Hello everyone, hello again. Do you know, it is so nice to see you, and thank you so much for clicking on this little clip. First of all, I have got some exciting news. We have got a brand new Tattered Lace animal video. It's not even a video, it's a USB. Do you know? Like, oh dear, that set the scene, hasn't it? Today I'm going to have a whole day of filming and it's still very early. Anyway, let's carry on with this. I hope you're going to have a really good day now, because I know that I am, because if it starts off happy, then it's always a good day. So this is the Animal Kingdom USB. And first of all, what you've got on here are all the designs from Tattered Lace. Now, they haven't been on a USB before, so this is the first time that you'll have had them as SVG Cutting Files. So these are going to work on your scan and cut. We've included the charisma, and I'm just going to show you how many there are. So we've got everything from A Little Bird Told Me to All Dressed Up. We've got the baby elephants. We've got peacocks. We've got little bows and birds. There is everything on here, and that is just the start. So look how many. This many. Loads. And it's got some of my favourites. So first of all, it's got the little animals peeking through the paper. Can you remember when we did those as dies? I can't remember how much they were. I think they were about $14.99 each. You've actually got 3 of those on this, and they've never been on USBs before. And you can see each of the individual designs. Of course, you can resize them, and you can take the charisma into Minecraft Studio. I've got a selection of the pieces printed out, and I want to show you how they're all going to work together. So first of all, these. There is one of the most beautiful peacocks that we've got. And then these are the other elements that go with it that are going to allow you to either decoupage or layer up the design. So I'm just going to move this out of the way and just show you each of them, how you're going to get a different look and feel. I'm going to swap out the bird and the peacock, and I'm going to pull this one in. And now I'm going to show you another little thing that I think would look really fabulous. If we cut our peacock feathers more than once and we then use them over the tail feathers, that is going to look really, really effective. But we can also use these to create a frame around the bird that we're creating there. So I'm going to move those out of the way, and then let's take a look at some of the others. So here are our little bunnies that we've got, and again, they can be decoupaged up. The nice thing about these is if you put him or her on a different coloured cardstock, the colour of the little dots is going to come through the paper. I'm going to move those out of the way and show you our hare. And our hare is there having a cup of tea. He's all ready, again, to be decoupaged with that layering, so that, remember, if you put this onto Pro Paper or Super Smooth, you can actually shape the design. And I'd be shaping him so that his jacket has got a nice little bit of movement. But why not take his ears and shape those so that they are coming up the other way? So when I place him on top, you really can start to see, if I lift this up for you, you'll see how the ears have got that little bit of movement there, and his jacket has got the movement at the bottom. So it's really not flat, it's no longer flat, but it isn't actually shaped with real definition, it's just a gentle curve. So there's there. These are our hares gazing at the moon, and again, I think they look absolutely fabulous. Makes me wonder what they're thinking. Is it made of cheese, maybe? So let's move those. We've got some more little bunnies for you, a whole selection of them. And each of them, again, we've got different pieces of decoupage that we can use. So we can have them, the 2 of them talking together. And then our other little bunny, well, this one's just following along, but they're all having a little chat. So I'm going to move those out of the way. And then let's move to something completely different. So we've got the flowers and we've got the butterflies. And our butterflies can be over the top of the design. I've got bumblebees in different sizes, and of course you can be resizing these. You've got different bees and different bumblebees. And then I can snip into my design, and I'm going to take off my little butterfly, and I'm going to put my little bumblebee just over the top. And here is a whole set of different bees in different directions with different orientations, so that they can all be part. There, it's like a honey fest, all making up their honey and collecting the pollen. I'm going to take those away and change it so that I've got another one of my butterflies, a different one here. Let's move the butterflies and bring in a ladybug. So there, this time of year, the ladybugs all come inside as well. So there they are. There are little ladybugs. I'm just going to show you that one. So there. Now I'm going to move all of those, and we're going to come into the sea, and I'm going to show you what happens when we get here. And we've got dolphins. Oh gosh, they are beautiful. That reminds me of a story. That's why I love craft so much. It reminds me of all the things in life that have been special to us. Do you know, it's that time where we actually get time to ourselves, and we don't have to think about what's happening in the world or all the other things that make us sad or stressed. Or that's his little flipper there. So when I was younger, much younger, I used to I learnt to paint, and I'm having a huge amount of fun at the moment teaching the team here at iHub. And in fact, I'm going to do some more painting videos for you, because I want you to be able to see everything. So look at those, don't they look fabulous? And as part of that, I actually won a competition. I don't normally even enter competitions, but I won this competition. It was all about being able to teach people and teach craft. And so I had to teach quite a lot of people, in fact 3,000 people. But the prize was worth it, because we got to go on a cruise. So the lovely company that I was doing all the teaching for sent me on a cruise as a big thank you. And it was a massive thank you. I couldn't believe how lucky I was, because every minute of the teaching I'd really, really enjoyed, just like talking to you. And I went to book some day trips with my sister. And we were there and we booked this first day trip, and I didn't really think very much about the cost of it, but it was quite expensive. It was a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. And then when we got to the end to get the ticket, they handed us this book, and it was bigger than this. And funnily enough, I found it at the weekend when I was cleaning things out. They handed us this book, and it said, Paddy, learn to dive. And I thought, I've booked a boat trip, not learn to dive. Well, I got kicked out of the class for cheating, because I didn't realise that it was actually a proper class. And so my sister was helping me, and I got told off. So that was it. They said that was cheating. I was like, we're just having a chat. So, and it turns out it was a proper class. And I didn't realise, because I'd been sunbathing, so I hadn't actually really read the book or anything else. I still thought we were going on a boat trip, and the diving was optional. Well, after that, I took it a bit more seriously. And we qualified to do just a very small dive. And it was probably only from the ceiling of this roof down to here. But the most magical thing happened. A mummy and a baby dolphin swam right round us. And the diving instructor, and I am absolutely rubbish with names, but I remember him to this day. And it wasn't because he was fit and hunky. It was just because he was good. A young lad called Stephen Slade. So Steve Slade, I bet he doesn't craft, but if he ever watches this, I do remember that moment. And he said in all the years that he'd been diving, he had never, ever experienced that. And it's given me goosebumps. But this dolphin and this baby not only brought back that memory, but this would be the first design that I'd choose to cut from this USB. Which one's going to be your first? Don't miss it. Make sure you tune in.